Codewars, the gamification of programming. But I like it. I like playing games and I don't mind a bit of coding, so it's good fun. Given a two-dimensional array of integers, return the flattened version of the array with all the integers in the sorted ascending order. Your function should return that. Okay. Oh, buddy. I don't think that's too bad, is it? So it wants me to return an array, but all I'm going to do is just return. Oh, it's a two-dimensional array. I didn't read that bit. Okay. So sorted. Array position I wait, that'll still make it an array, won't it? I need to get those things out. So let's how do I get the numbers out the inner array? Which is what this is all about, really, isn't it? They can be any length, can they? So for x in array that's just going to make an array of arrays again. So I have to do for x for x in array for array in array, something like that. What's that look like? Is that, can you even do that? Okay, x for x in array for array in array. Okay, and then just sorted. What's that look like? Instances of generator and generator. Oh. 2 empty arrays. Pretty typical, isn't it? If x, if array does not equal blank, something like that. Oh, we passed that test. No, we haven't got this. No, I've got this one. Oh God, what is this flipping thing that keeps coming up? Open browser AI. Right. So every time I double click that, I just, okay. I mean, I'd rather just that came up in a right-click menu than double click it. Right. This next one, that passed that test. That passed that test. This one didn't pass. Flatten and sort generator object flatten and sort locals.list comprehension should equal 1. Right, so let's try and list all of those, make all of that into a list. That was never closed, apparently. No, so that's done the same thing then, basically. So why is it passing that one and not that one? I mean, that's got a number 1 in it. Let's do another statement. If x does not equal like that, makes no difference. We've got an exception raised here. Is not supported. I haven't used that. Instances of generator and generator. Somehow I'm getting this thing coming into the array, not an actual. Let's see what happens when I print this out here. In fact, when I print that entire thing there. Accidentally control seed. Should be dedicated. Well, I have actually got dedicated copy and paste buttons on this keyboard saying that. They're just not really close by. Where are they? Maybe I'll remap them. Resets. I don't know. What's that look like then? That's weird. Generator of, oh god. Right. Generator object flatten and sort locals.list.comprehension. So what is that? Why is that printing that out? So for each x for x in array, I don't even think I have to do that. I just have to go x in array. Yeah, that gives me the same thing. Oh, it's past it then. There. Now I've got another issue here. X is not defined. Is that coming out as a tuple anyway? Wait, what's going on? X for x in array. Right, no, it's not. So that's not the issue. But that 0 and 1 test no longer passed now. Oh no, that has passed. No, it hasn't. That's passed, that's passed. It's this bit that hasn't passed. So it should just be sending a 1 out. Oh. Let's just do 2 for loops. For I in range array j in range. Alright, so for each, for array in array, for j in range Oh yeah, for sub in AR, return array equals a blank array, return array dot append sub something like that. Return array. I think that will cause an error. Oh yeah, sorted. Return array. Okay, now that's okay, but I would like to have got that into a one-liner. So let's have a think about this now. Using list comprehension. It still does 2 loops in a one-liner anyway. It still has to loop through twice, but right. For sub in array. Oh, I can't be bothered. let's just have a look at the one-liner here. Sorted J for I in array for J in I. Well, that's what I did. A J for each I in array, J in I. Is that what I did? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. But J for I in array. Okay, so for each array within array is now an I. That's confusing. For J in I. Number the subarray in array, number in subarray. Good God. All right, so it's not just me then. Number for subarray in array of the numbers in the subarray. Fuck. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. I just still can't get that my head sorted out around that. I think I'm just too tired. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have moved on. You know, I think these things are probably worth not skipping past. Being as what I'm doing all this for is eventually to make a video game. I think this sort of learning might be useful. Given a non-empty array of integers, return the result of multiplying the values in order. A non-empty array of multiplying the values in order. It doesn't matter because a non-empty array of integers, when it comes to multiplication, you can do it in any order, can't you? We'll find out. Oh. Return Can I do this as a one-liner? I don't think there is I think Python, there was a proposal for an equivalent of this, which just sums everything up and to do a product. One of the lead Python people rejected that and said, oh, if you never need a product type thing, that'll be easy to do. I need a product type thing now. I'm not really finding it that easy to do. Let me have a think. I'm trying to do it for a for loop. Or I don't mind if there's a for loop, as long as I can use some sort of one-liner list comprehension thing, but I don't need to put it into an array. It's already in an array. I'm expanding out the array. I'm going to have to do it as a for loop, aren't I? For I in range, the length of the array, okay, a non-empty array of integers. The only trouble is it could be one long, couldn't it? So -1. Array item I. I'm just assuming that it's going to be at least 2 long. Equals array item I plus 1 times array item I. Right, so for I range, length of the array, and we'll just go from 1. Okay, so from 1 to the length of the array. The array at the point at that point is equal to the array at that point times the array at the previous point. Okay, and then I'm just going to return. I mean, this will work if the tests don't shove through an array with a length of 1, I think. Oh no, what am I doing there? Array -1. Oh, it's past it. Okay. I'm just going to put a comment here. Returns product of elements of array whose length is greater than 1. Okay. Where length of array is greater than 1 in Python speak. I mean, that's just, you know, whatever it is. That's another way to do it. That's another way to do it. That's the way to do it. Oh man. Using lambda, but I didn't think you had to import that reduce function. Okay, that lambda is not something I've got my head around. Yeah, I really need to. Lambda xy, which is x times y from the array. Mul. Okay. Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, this is like the basic level kata, but still can learn from it. easily. That's why on Codewars, nothing's too basic, really. It's strange. Replace all vowel to exclamation. Well, if I can figure out an algorithm to solve one of these, then I'm happy. And most of these level 8s and 7s I will be able to do pretty quickly. But it's then, how do I get that algorithm and make it one line? That's what I'm always aiming to do now when it comes to the 7 and 8s. Sometimes I can't, sometimes I'm just like, oh, like that last one. Okay, replace all vowel to exclamation mark in the sentence. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to use a dictionary, right? And so I'm going to do an s.translate. So I'm going to return st translated with, now what is the translate function used with? Because translate, I think it's transform, maybe. Let's have a look. Make trans. Okay, so I'm going to do a make trans. Now you have to do that make trans on the string, which is weird because you shouldn't really need to. You could do it on any string. So A-E-I-O-U becomes a A-E-I-O-U. What's that look like? That's done. Has anybody done it smaller than I have? That's a different approach, isn't it? What they've done is they've joined an exclamation mark if the letter is what, a vowel, or else a C for the C and S, and they've even reduced that from ST to S. Oh, this looks quite nice, doesn't it? Right, they've done a sub exclamation mark and an S. What's RE? Regular expressions. Oh, okay. So they're using regular expressions there. So if any of those, if it matches any of those, substitute it with an exclamation mark in string. And that's something I need to explore as well. I like regular expressions. I like that. That was clever. Huh. It's a little bit, yeah. And that's the best practice one. Oh, wait, does that match mine? It does bang on, doesn't it? So I think mine is grouped with that, so I've just best practiced my own. No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. I'll just vote mine as best practice. No, I shouldn't really. Okay, I like that one. I only give it a somewhat if I don't like it really, but it's a bit too simple. The feast of many beasts. All of the animals are having a feast. Each animal is bringing one dish. There is just one rule: the dish must start and end with the same letters as the animal's name. For example, the great blue heron is bringing garlic naan. Must start and end with the same letters as the animal's name. Great blue heron is, and the chickadee where's the, oh, garlic naan. Oh, that is all, okay. Write a function, feast, that takes the animal's name and dishes arguments and returns true or false Assume that beast and dish are always lowercase strings. And they each has 2 letters. Beast and dish may contain hyphens and spaces, but these will not appear. They will not contain numerals. Okay. So I return a true. Return. I can't think of any other way of making this more concise than just beast zero equals dish zero, not dish o, and the same again, but there probably is a bit more concise, and it's probably using the zip method. No, it's not. Zip will limit the second array by the shortest array. I can't see any way to make that more concise. Ah, there is a way. A little one for I in range 2. Wait, that's not going to do it. What about just that? Let's get back to the working solution. Well, I don't know if that's working. No, it's not. I is not defined. Oh yeah, because I've got one more. Okay. That is working. But what I'm thinking of is no, I can't readily think, how can I make that a little bit shorter? Somebody's going to come up with something genius though. They always do. No, I've got the shortest one. They've just omitted spaces. Huh. If b, the length of b minus 1, oh, that's interesting. If the reverse of, oh, it's not the reverse of b, is it? Is everything up to b minus 1? I don't understand that. That's insanely clever. Right, why is it clever? Because we're returning what does that b do with it? Oh, the position. If the position of b were the length of b minus 1 up to the length of b minus 1. What is it doing? See, I'm going to have a look at this now. Now, can I refactor that or something? Can I can fork it. Right. Let's run it. Let's print out some stuff here. Print. See what's going on here. That, and then print that. Let's have a look. So for the basic cases, right, it's skipping everything out but the first and last characters. So it's doing all the characters from the front to the back. Brown bear, bear claw. Okay. So is this bit, the length of B minus 1? So right up until the last digit, it's taking I'm just trying to think, what's that called? That like array splitter. Slice array. I don't want numpy, I just start, stop. This is doing all items in the array. I mean, obviously it's doing the, I don't get where the G's coming from. It's doing the first array B. Just doesn't seem like there's enough things here. Okay, so it's doing it as a step, is it then? Because when you do something, right, that's a start, stop, and a step value. So the start is the start, the end is the end, and the step is the length of the array minus 1. Oh, okay, right. That is clever. Right. Had to revisit this to understand what was going on here. To visit this slice format. Start, stop, step. Yeah, that is good. That is good. That is very neat. Then, and that's why I love these katas, these simple katas. I've learned something very useful there, a different way of thinking about it, really. Let's pull out the first item and then step across by a huge amount the length of the array minus 1 to pull out the second item. And if that equals that, then we're okay. That's very good, actually. In fact, is it best practice? Oh, why not? Why is it not a best practice? I think it's clever, but the best practice one is basically what I did. I'm not voting for myself. Yeah, that is really good. I'm quite pleased with that. Like seeing that. Now you have to write a function that takes an argument and returns the square of it. I didn't want to give up on understanding the last one like I did on the one before as well. Returns the square of it. I can't think of anything else, any other way. Oh, but you know what? Python math square. Okay. Right. I could import Can I do that? Can I do a math.pow as square? I don't think there's enough arguments can be presented. Can I just import pow as square? The module named pow. Oh, this is a built-in function, is it not? Input in pow n2. Right, but it would be nice if I could like have that behave as square. Oh, I don't think I can. Somebody would have done it. Somebody would have. I think it's expecting an integer. Math.pow always returns a float. Why have people voted that as being clever? It's not that clever. Oh, that's clever. I don't understand what's going on here. Square equals. How many like, when was that submitted then? Doesn't say. What's going on here? What's going on here then? What's going on here then? I liked when I was at that stage where I was doing things like that, the square equals n times n, then return the square, and then I realised, oh, I could just directly return n times n. It was a little bit of time saving. Ace the emo goddess, who is that? It's a bit odd, isn't it? Why did Ace the emo goddess stop following me? They're an 8 Caillou. Oh, and they've joined in February. So, yeah. They've done a JavaScript one. Don't know who that is, but they're an emo goddess. Why wouldn't you follow them back? Very good at that. Squaring an argument. Okay, your task is to construct a building which will be a pile of n cubes. The cube at the bottom will have a volume of n cubed. Oh my god, oh, it's a 6 Caillou, that's why. We're stepping up. Okay, alright, build a pile of n cubes. The cube at the bottom will have a volume of n cubed. The cube above will have a volume of n minus 1 cubed, and so on until the top, which is a volume of 1 cubed. You are given the total volume of the building being m. Find the number of cubes you will have to build, question mark. The total volume of the building. Oh, okay. And you have to return the integer such that n cubed, right, find nb, find nb. If there's no such an n. Whoa. And I'm finding, so I'm returning how many cubes. Oh, okay, all right, that doesn't seem crazy to do. Like, for, okay, while n is less than m, right, or while the volume is less than the m, okay, and the volume starts off as 0, okay, n equals 1, right, so we've got 1 cube, right, the volume equals 1 raised to the power of 3, volume is add 1 raised, is add n raised to the power of 3, and then eventually when return vol equals m, surely. Oh, I need to do an n plus equals 1. Oh god. Oh, timing out, isn't it? Should equal minus 1. What have you got there from? Why is there minus 1 cubes? What's n represent? The task is to construct a building which will be a pile of n cubes. The cube at the bottom will have a volume of n cubed. The cube above, n minus 1 cubed, and so on until the top one, which will have a volume of 1 cubed. So I'm starting at the top. You're given the total volume of the building, which is 4. Can you find the number of n cubes? Oh. If it can't be done, return. Oh, return. Oh, right. Okay. else return, yeah, okay, all right, so return n if volume equals n else -1. Right, okay, I'm being a dickhead there. Right, okay. Less than or equal to n. That should do it now. I'm just going to print m, and then can I do a print statement like that, or is it just going to wig out? No, it isn't. There's no use, is it really? Let's let's print an m. And a value for m as well. Cool. All right, got that. Now we'll print every value for n. So no, at the end here, I'm just going to print an n. I don't know why I called it m and n, but I mean, oh well, they did in the instructions. And a value for n there. Okay. Right, let's just test that out then. It's a bit long-winded, but so when we've got an m, we're getting down to n cubes. So which one failed then? -1 should equal 2022. We go all the way up down here, right? Oh my god! So it's surpassed. Because what's the m value? Oh, the m value is huge. Okay, I think when I get out, I'm going to just say print function of n and volume. Trying to think, what can I use to get the volume out? Well, we've been increasing the volume. Right, let's do that. So, where's the one that's failed? This one here, -1. Now the volume has surpassed that. But the n value is 2024. And actually the n value should be 2022 cubes. So why are we spitting out 2024 from this algorithm? Here, let's start with n is 0. Still getting 2024. While the volume is less than m. N raised to the power 3. Which is fine. So when it... Oh, I wish there was a basic test that it would fail on. There is. So as soon as it starts getting bigger... Oh, it is failing on basic tests here. I've got 4826, 3570. They're always two bigger. My n value is always two bigger. Why is it always two bigger? Right, this value here can go there for a start. Now let's test it on one bigger. So I'm only increasing the value of n by 1. Okay. So why are these passing and that is failing? Good problem then, isn't it? Because it looks really simple, but it's actually not that simple. We always start with a cube of 1, don't we? So it's strange that I don't have to change that value, but it sort of makes sense because the volume plus 0 raised to the power 3. Now that's a cube of 1 by 1. What I want to know is what happens when we get n raised to the power. So I'm just going to try to stop it while and n does not equal 2022. Right, let's see what it spits out there. And 4183 0598 34009 and 008. Here's the problem then, we're just one under. This one passed though. Why did that pass? Oh, because that's a -1. All right, it's a lesser value. This one, 4824. 4824. Oh, it's something to do with the 4407164. Yeah, that's one short again. So if we're one short, if we're starting n with being 1, the volume needs to be 1. Oh yes, of course, because we start increasing n by 1 at the beginning. Right, okay. No, still not quite right, is it? While the volume is less than m, or so now we just need it to be less than m. That's it, done. Because once it's equal to m, we're away. Okay, let me just do one more change and just see what the effect of that is. And change the volume to 0, and n to 0 as well, and it should still work. Yes. Okay. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. And that will work for the case where a volume is 0, not just a volume is. You know what I mean? Let's get rid of the print statement. How can I make this more concise? I don't think I can really. Let's get rid of that print statement as well. Volume n. I think I can do that. I think they can both equal 0. Cannot unpack non-iterable. Fine, stuff you. Okay, but do I need both variables? I think I do, don't I? I mean, could use an array to track it, but that's a bit much. There's something that's a 6KU actually. I was expecting the 6KU to be a little bit harder than that. It's pretty much, I mean, what would happen if the building of 0, they 1 and 1. Now where's the instructions for this? Because zero is an integer, so what would happen in the case of this? Yeah, that's a good point. I've made that mistake before. Yeah. Would this work if a volume of 0 pass through as n? Integer 0 excluded from the constraints in the description. Doesn't say a positive integer. Right, anyway, it's a good one. Just have to diss everybody else's solutions on your way out the door. Messi's goal total. Use variables to find the sum of goals Messi scored in 3 competitions. Messi goal. Or in statistics, create 3 variables and store the appropriate values using the table above. Okay, it's a bit weird. What? What is going on here? What am I supposed to be doing? This is a strange one, isn't it? This is a stupid kata. Yeah, you clever ass git. That's quite good. If I knew who those people were. No, I've got an idea of who they were. I don't like it, really. I'm not happy with this kata. It's a bit of a crap kata. I'm just going to ask that question on it, because I don't really get. Yeah, I've got to agree. I don't know. You have an award-winning garden, and every day the plants need exactly 40 ml of water. You created a great piece of JavaScript to calculate the amount of water your plants will need when you've taken into consideration the amount of rainwater that is forecast for the day. Your jealous neighbour hacked your computer and filled your code with bugs. Your task is to debug the code before your plants die. It's quite coincidental that I've thought about a thing that does that myself, actually. But the only way, I either have to build the weather station to, well, basically I was like, oh, I could just pull the rain weather from the Met Office. Well, sometimes, like, you know, I know somebody who's a mile away and they get rain and I don't get rain, so that's not reliable. So I was like, oh, I'm going to have to build my own weather station, aren't I? Return, you need to give, or the easiest thing is a hygrometer, I think, in the soil. You need to give your plant rain. Well, isn't it 40 minus millimeters? Isn't it 40 minus whatever it's rained? What? Oh. If the rain amount if millimeters is greater than, is less than 40. Oh, there's a lot wrong with this code. I like correcting codes, actually. I mean, I don't like correcting code, but I do think it's essential to, like, learn to correct code. Wait, oh, damn it. If return that, else return that. Only concatenate str, what? Oh, God. I'm just going to put an F there. I like this F now that I've discovered it. You need to give your plant 1 ml of water. Oh. Thing is, right, I'm just going to make mine into a two-liner there. I've known Python programmers, I've seen them where they say they don't like breaking out of an if-else with a return statement, which is a bit, don't know why that's so bad. Like I feel it could be bad, I just can't say why it's so bad. Nobody else bothered to make it two-liner, yeah. No, we've got a one-liner. Right. It's all right. What's our progress been like so far? Oh. Mediocre. Alternate capitalization. Given a string, capitalize the letters that occupy even indexes and that occupy even indexes and odd indexes separately. And return as shown below. For example, capitalize A, B, C, D, F is the same as A, B, C, D. Oh, right. Even, odd, even, disparity. Capitalize is a function though, isn't it? Oh, so that's a bit. Oh, well, or is it a method? It's a method, isn't it? I'm now making the function. Right, so all I'm going to do is, oh, it's two upper, isn't it? Oh, it's just upper. Now I can return x for x in S, and it will be an x dot upper for x in S. Right, but I want to do it alternately. For I in range length of S if I mod 2. So I've got my logic equals 1 else x, right? Let's just put that. I think I have to do it here. Return x if I mod 2 equals 1 for x in S, but I in range. Right, let's just see what that does. Oh God. That's crazy, isn't it? A, B, right, A. For I in the length. A. Why have I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A's, 3 of which are capitals, 3 aren't? Fuck. Right. We're doing an x dot upper. If I mod 2 equals 1, all right, equals 0 for a start. A, A, A. Now, that's great, but why have we got 6 A's? The length of the array is 6, that's why. So we only need to do for I in range 1. Hello. A, B, C, D, E, F. What about I in range 2? Okay. That's good. So we've got our thing now. Oh, well, so we've got the array. No, we haven't. We've got a horrible array, but now I can split that off, can't I? I can rejoin that to itself, but I was thinking, so I've produced all the letters I'll need. I now need to shave off some letters to another one and some to one. And the way I'm going to do that is splitting the array, obviously, and stepping over each letter. So we'll split from the beginning to the end by a step of 2, right? So that gets 1 done. Oh wait, is this supposed to be a string? It's supposed to be a bloody string, isn't it? Okay, so that's all right. That's all right. We can. No panic. No panic. Dot join that with that. Okay, let's have a look at our little string now. It's a beautiful string, isn't it? Oh wait, no, it's an array of strings. Oh God. But actually, you know what? So one array is going to be built like this. It's going to be A, and then B, and then C, and then E. It's a bit messy, isn't it? And then F. Yeah, so it's a bit messy. I've got the letters out. I just need to put different letters into different places. Are these coming out as pairs? That's a question, isn't it? X dot upper. What does that now look like? Is that coming out as? What about closing parentheses? It doesn't match. Oh, maybe it didn't. Okay, well, let's not join them then, just for the time being. Let's just have a look at that and see what is coming out. So we've got the 2 arrays spat out, right, which really isn't that difficult because we could have, all of that could have just been like duplicated itself, which, yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? I can use a zip, I think, you know, with this. Right, let's just pull out to one side for a second. I can use a zip right? Because I can just say S equals S dot split array 1 and array 2 is S dot split S dot upper dot split. Oh wait, it's not splitting on anything. What does it need to split on? It's list, isn't it? Is a list S, right, and list S dot upper. Right, that's created two arrays. If I then printed print A1 anyway, I don't know what to say. I said anyway. Take on me, take on me, take me on, take on me. Right, I need to add a random character. I need to plop a character off. I need to take right, okay. Now I can build the array because I can return an array. Oh no. For I in range length of S, right, I'll do. I don't have to. For I in range for the length of S, what? I'm making a right meal of this. Right. I got a lowercase string coming in. I need to be able to give myself the uppercase letters to pull as well as the lowercase letters. Now it'd be nice if I could insert that string. You can't do it like that. You can't insert a string like that. I was thinking you could insert, but a string is actually immutable, I think. You can only split it up, really, in that sense. I've got something, I need something to alternate, and I'm just thinking for I in range 2, right? So it alternates between a 0 and a 1. When I is 0, we'll just pull out the 0, ease of that. And we do I in range 6. Okay. S equals S plus S dot upper. Let's just print S now. Let's just see what that looks like. Alright, let's just see what that looks like then. Yeah, okay, so that's good. That's a very simple way of getting the letters out, isn't it? How can we build an alternate string from that? Can't pop out letters. But we can list this anyway, so we can make a list. We've got all the letters in a list, which is where I got to before. But I'd like to do it alternately. Well, I've got my for loop now. So for I range 6, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with array 1. No, we need a string 1 building, don't we? String 1 is What I'm going to do is I'm going to add it onto the end of S, so I've not got too many variables. S equals S plus, no, we're going to have the first element of S, which is S0, right? And then we need S, and we're skipping all the way up to here now. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we need S7. Add S2. Add S9. Add S4 in that order. Now, if it's going to be in that order, we flip between them. And that's no good, is it? J in range. And to flip between them, we will do an, what's that in terms of I? That is a and 6. It's the other way around, isn't it? We need an I in terms of the length of S and that in terms of a 2. Right. Think. So that value there is basically I. Then it's like I and that's I by 2. Oh my God, why is that so doing my head in? And it is doing my head in. There's a string A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. Right, when I build my two strings, I'm going to take position 0. Then it's going to be position 6, 0. And then it's going to be position 6 of A, B, C. Oh, Excel crazy. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. What's going on here? A, B, C, D, E, F. 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so to build string A, B, C, D, E, F, and to build string A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm going to need position 0. I'm going to need position 6, no, position 7. And then position 2. Can't see these boxes, that's the trouble. Properly. Put them over here. And why are they not just all left aligned? Okay, that's a little bit easier. Not much, but a little bit. Okay. Positions 0, 7, 2. Now I need the capital D. 9. Now I need the lowercase e, 4. And then the capital F, 11. Right, there'll be a pattern here, won't there, obviously. 1. A lowercase b. Oh, it's the other way around now. I need a 6, 2. Oh, it's not 2. 6, 1. 8. And what was the other one? An E, 10. And then we've got a D, which is 3. And an F. No. Lowercase f, which is 5. Okay. Let's have an I and a J. I goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. J goes either 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Can we express these numbers in terms of those numbers? I plus, those decrease, don't they? No, those are always I plus 6. Okay. So I plus 6, and those let's do that over here as well. I plus 6, I plus 6, I plus 6. These are always I. What are they? Those are always I plus 6s as well, aren't they? I need to express these numbers in a combination of those numbers as well. Oh, that's always an I. I. And that's always an I. Okay. So What happens if j alternated between a 0 and 6? If j alternated between 0 and 6, this would be an I plus j, and that would be an I plus j, and that would be an I plus j, that would be an I plus j. Oi. That would be an I plus j, that would be an I plus j. These numbers here will all be I plus j's as well. I plus j as well. If j alternated between 1 and a 0 and a 6. Oh, what's happened there? Okay. In which case, if I wanted to build those strings, I would just say, pull me the next letter that's I plus j. Because then when I gets up to, so as I goes to 0, it goes I plus 0. And then we've got a 0 plus j, which is a 6. Right, okay, so let's just do a quick column here. I and j. I is 0, j is 0. I is 0, j is 6. I is 0, j is, I is 1. A is 1. I is 1 with the force, and the force is 1 with me. There we go. 1 and 6. I is 2, and j is 0. I is 2, and j is 6. I is 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. Okay, and then this is really easy to do. 0, 6, 0, 6, 0, 6, oh, 0, 6, 0, 6, 0, 6. Right. Oh God, I plus j. I'm doing it really, really systematically here. I plus j, 0, 6, 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 9, 4, 10, 5, 11, 6, 12, and they correspond to the string character given by I plus j of 0. No, not 0. Yeah, numbnuts. A. Character number B. Oh no, character number 1 is B. Character number 7 is large B. Wait, that's fucked everything right up. So it's still not doing it properly, is it? A. It's supposed to be going A and then big B, which is a 7. So why are we not getting a 7 out here? Does J need to be alternating between 0 and 7? We know what we want J to be. We want it to be, the order of numbers has got to be 0, 7, 1, no, that's why I'm messing it up. 0, 7, 2, 9, 4, 11, 6. Oh, we're back down though. 1, 8, 3, 10, 5. 0, 7, 2, 9, 4, 11. 6. Okay. It's like I've got a few different cycles going on here to get that number out there. So what will give me that sequence of numbers? That's the question. What will give me that sequence of numbers? Which is 12 numbers long, unlike this one, which is 1, 2. Oh, that's 7 numbers long. Right. How can I get that sequence? It climbs, right. Which ones are the positive climbers? This one climbs to that one, to that one, to that one, to that one, to that one. And that one goes to that one, to that one, to that one. It drops back down again though. Why would it drop back down? A, B, C, D, E, F. Oh, okay, so we restart here. So if we're restarting there, we need I to restart, don't we? So we need I as a loop within J, not the other way around. So we need an I. Oh God, I've lost the plot. Like, I admit that I've lost the plot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, J will do that. I will go like that up to 5. Okay, but it won't do it like that. I'll have to do it like this. I have to go 0, 0. Well, we've got I. We've got that. Yeah. So what's the problem here? Right, that's the output we want. That's what we need. There's our input. There's the output, which is SI. How do we get from that to that? That's the question. With one formula that satisfies all of them. One simple formula that will do them all. One ring to rule them all. How am I going to do that? As J flips between 0 and 6. Well, it doesn't have to flip between 0 and 6. It just has to flip between 0 and something. Oh, I've done it. 2 times I and J. 2I and J, right? Let's see that. Let's see that in action. Oh God. 2I and J. 2 times 0 add 0 is 0. Add J is 6. 2 add 0 is 0. 2 times that add J is 8. 2 times 2 add 0. All right, so these are all easy when J's a 0 because it's just 6, 8, 10. And then we add J here. Right, so J is going to have to be wait, what was that? 2, 4 add 6 is 10. Okay. Now this is going to be interesting. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 5 is 10. But we're going to have to minus a 5. there. So we can't just add j, because that'll give us the wrong solution. So we need a third parameter. So if this was a for loop, a nest of for loops, I'd have to nest 3 for loops, which is just a bit insane, really, isn't it? Just to get like ijk out to be able to derive the letters in the right order. Because I'd need like a k to flip between 0 and -5 or something like that, you know what I mean? Something ridiculous. And then it'd be 2i plus j minus 5, where j flips between 0 and 7. Or, yeah. Yeah, it'd be 0 and 7, wouldn't it? 2 times 5. So that's all a bit stupid. So that's a rabbit hole. At least I've got to see the inside of that rabbit hole. Fucking hell. Right. It's all about... Oh my God. It's all about building that string alternately, isn't it? What happens if I print the zip of S and S like that? What does that look like? What does that spit out? Just a zip object. Okay, str. What does that look like now? Still a zip object. How does the Python zip function work? Can't believe I'm asking this question again. It should spit them out as tuples. Why is it not spitting them out as tuples? Let's do opera as well. Let's do a bit of that. Let's do an x equals zip of s and s dot opera. Print x. Saying zip object. Print x, I don't know, 0. It's not subscriptable. I have to probably use tuple x to get something meaningful. Okay, all right, so I've got my tuple, right? Now all I have to do is iterate over this twice. Can I not zip into an array? That would be a lot neater. I don't think you can though. We'll always spit out tuples, but it doesn't matter if it spits out tuples or not. Right, so for I in range 2, so we'll do this twice, this loop twice. Okay. For I in range the length of whatever that tuple is, all right? We will say the result is an array, okay? We'll say the result is an array of 2 strings. Right. Okay. Yes, because we're only ever building 2 strings. Right. So for j in the range of the array, now what we're going to do is we're going to say result position I. Right, so the string at that equals the string at that, add that tuple, add x position j, then we're going to need to alternate. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to have to say position, so x position j, and then don't we just do a j mod I? No, because j can't be divided by 0. If this alternated between 1 and 2, or if this went between the range 0 and 2, no, this is already doing that by putting in number 2. It has to be in the range 2. We need another loop. And that second loop has to be a for k. So we still need another one for k in range length. For k in range 2, which is the same as what I is doing. K is just alternating between those 2. At least it's doing it every time anyway. Result I equals position I add position j position k, something like that. Oh my god. Right. This is not going to work, but I just want to see where I'm at with these. Object type has no length. So it's still a zip, even though it's like... So in range length tuple of x, can I do that? So the zip object is not subscriptable, which is an odd error really. Zip object means I can't, is not subscriptable, which means I can't iterate over it. Okay, all right. I can this makes it easier then. I can list that. Right. Okay. I'll just get rid of this tuple bollocks. Getting frustrated now with this. Okay, almost there. God, not really. Hasn't done it alternately though, has it? But I in range 1 to 2, right? We're going to say result I equals result J no, is the same as result I plus X position J and then position K, which is alternating between a 1 and a 2. So why is it doubling up then? Shouldn't double up. If I print X here, what X should be an array of arrays, which it is. Yeah. I'm going to print F. I'm going to print an I, J, and a K. Let's test that. That's sort of behaving as I want it to. J goes from 1 to 6. It goes from 1 to 6 twice though, because K flips over every time. I need to know what the mod of that is. So I don't need a K per se. I just need 2 loops by the looks of it. And I just say whatever the mod of J is, J mod 2. Let's test that beastie out now. Why is that? Oh yeah, J mod 2. That should be printed out. K is not defined. Let's just do a J mod 2, J mod 2. Okay, so we've got J position 1. This is the difficult one. So I'm going to have to how can we use the I with that? add I. What happens if I do that? Add I mod 2. Zero one zero one zero one. Zero one zero one zero one. Oh, that's made no difference. Even though that J is now, if I've added I on the second run, oh, so let's add an I here. J, add I. Mod 2. Right, perfect. Okay, well, it's far from fucking perfect, let's be honest, but that'll do. It's done these the wrong way around. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Cars. Can I just swap that to a minus I? No. Let's do an add I. I'll just return the result dot. Minus 1, something like that. Could build it into the for loop, it would be better. Invalid syntax, oh yeah. Now, does that work for all of them? Certainly does. What? So at least I'm only doing 2 loops, but it'd be better somehow. Two loops ain't bad because I'm only ever going to do that twice, aren't I? I mean, it would make my code more concise, but the length of X, that could be the length of S, and that would still work. Now that list object, let's just hash that out. Just get rid of it for a second. Okay. Now that X there, that list object, can I? Where is that reference? The only reference to that list object is over here. So if I do that, does it still work? Yes, it does. So I can get rid of that now. Now I can have a for I in blah blah blah. So I could join this, can't I? I can get this phrase here. It'll be hard to alternate between two of them. Why can't I just do a J in the range of twice the length of S? And do a J mod half of J or something like that. Let me just think. It goes 1 to 2 and then 1 to 6. Well, I could do 1 to 12. And if it's over mod 6, I could do that, couldn't I? And mod it by the length of S to get the J result. And then to get the I result, which I only ever use here and there, let's try that. I'd mod that by the length. I'll mod it by the length of I think. So for I in range, and this would be the length of S times 2, right? So get rid of that J. So this will be I divided by the length of S, right? Equals I divided by the length of S. Okay. So how many times does the length of S go into that? 0 or 1. Have we got another reference to an I here? Yep. So that would be I divided by the length of S. Okay. And then the J is J mod the length of S, and oh wait, what's happening here? That's plus I divided by J mod the length of S. So can I just do it again? No. J mod the length of S. Oh, it's I mod the length of S. Not J. I and I mod the length of S. Okay. So that's concise that down into one thing now. And then I still need that line. I've just got it down into one for loop. Now the length of S is a bit long-winded to write, isn't it? Nasty. It's nasty, isn't it? It's really nasty. Now, for I, no, I could do this twice, couldn't I? That in one loop, and that in another as a return statement using. I'm going to submit that piece of crap there because it'll do. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, you cheeky bastard! If I knew about that, that would have saved me God knows how much time. I don't even think that you'd need to do that. I don't even think you'd need to do that. You just swap every alternate letter and then do it twice by swapping it again. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah. So people have put some thoughts into this. This was no, like, even though it was simple, it's my solution being grouped for anybody. It's pretty standalone, isn't it? Oh dear. But you know what? If I was to do that again, I am satisfied with this kata for a start. If I was to do that again, what was that swap? S equals S up to I, and then swap the fucking case over. So S up to I, add S from I dot swap case, something like that. Yeah. What's going on here? Dot swap case. Right. Print S now. If we do that, for I in range, let's add a range. Oh God, get lost. It's got a bit pear-shaped, doesn't it? Why is it doing it in pairs like that? It doesn't need to do it like this, does it? It just needs to go like that. Right, that's done that. And now we just return an S. We just return the array with an S and an S dot swap case. Oh, fuck it, that's so much easier using that swap case. God damn it. Okay. But even better than that, can we put this into here? I think we can. To get this out of the S, we'd say for X in X for X in X dot swap case for X in list S if oh no, that's where we need to see if it's odd or even letter. Xi in enumerate list. see what that does. If I mod 2, because that's always going to be a 0 or 1, else x. What's that look like when it's executed? A complete mess. I assume it will do, but and that's run. And nothing's printing out. I mod 2. What's wrong with that? If I mod 2. Okay, if I mod 2 equals 0, then you cheeky git bag. Type error. Not all arguments converted during string formatting. I, X. Okay. No, but it's the printouts I want. Huh. It's giving me a printout of something. Oh. Built-in method swap case of string object. Okay, alright, that's because I probably haven't done that. Yes, right, we're getting there, Ever closer. Okay. So that's given me the array. And all I have to do is do that twice now, don't I? Okay, so that's given me the array. Now to get that twice, right, I have to encapsulate all that in brackets. Because it will give me two arrays, won't it? Well, there's one array, and there's another array. Well, the annoying thing is it's given me an array, but I want it as a string. Can I just dot join that as a string? Dot join that like that, right? And then print whatever that looks like out. Just have a check. I think that will work. Right, so it's given me the string, and now I just need to double that string. So if I can do that times 2. Okay. And then how am I going to swap case of the last bit? What will that swap case what will that do? Okay, so swap case always has to be a method. Can I use a can it be a Python swap case function? I don't think you can. So I can't no, it's always a method on the string. But wait, Python swap case parameters does not accept any parameters. Okay, that's a damn shame. But with this one here, what I can do is I can generate that twice by encapsulating the whole thing in a for loop, which is a bit frustrating to do. So how do I do that? For IK in enumerate list, okay. So that's what gives me the array. But I do need it as a string, so I do have to have the dot join like that, okay. So that's the whole thing there. I could do that for J in range 2, can't I? Why can't I? Why not? Hey, let's just print that bad boy and see what goes on there. It's doing that whole generator object thing there, but okay, it's done two things there, but that's all right, because what we can do is can we str that? Generator object capitalize dot locals dot general expression. Yeah, it's printing out the gubbins, not the proper thing. So something's gone wrong here. That's not displaying correctly. Okay. Yeah, it was for this J in range 2 that's really messed it up. But I like a ×2 on that. I just can't think. Give me that. So, I mean, all I have to do is say s equals that, all right, and then I'm just going to return that. Okay, it's not printed anything out. It should work for all the advanced cases. That's it done. So I could return that. And then I could return it again. A bit messy though, isn't it? I'm going to submit that as my yet another solution. Still not as neat as these. For IC, they've used an enumerate. If C, if I mod 2, so if it's a odd number, else C dot upper, for IC and enumerate S. Oh, that's pretty much what I've done then. Although I've done a swap case. I think I can compare it to my solution. If yeah, it didn't like me having that just an I mod 2. Else X. Oh, okay, so I've done an X dot swap case. All right. Okay, so yeah, pretty much mimicked theirs. Right, let's end on a quick one because this has not been quick. It's been 2.5 hours. Wow. Anagram detection. An anagram is a result of rearranging the letters of a word to produce a new word. No, anagrams are case insensitive. Complete the function to return true if the two arguments given are anagrams of each other. Return false otherwise. I think this is going to be a neat one. I think this is just going to be the result of the set of test equals the set of, oh no, it's not going to be set, so is it? So it's just going to be, they've got to have the exact same letters, so it's just going to be whether or not sorted test equals sorted original. Surely. Why is that invalid? Don't tell me I have to now use test.sorted or test.sort. What am I missing here? Invalid syntax. Oh. Now, why is that? The word to is a. Oh, no. Test dot. Oh, I don't know. Can I even do that? I can make a whole array upper. Or look, oh no, they're strings, aren't they? Anyway. Actually, I'm surprised. Oh right, I can't sort because it's a string. That's why I can't do a dot sort on it. I can do a sorted on it. It's what everybody else has done basically, although they've done lower. I've done upper. Upper's better because the ordinal number for the count doesn't matter. Is lower. Capital A is a 65, and I think a lowercase a is 97. Maybe. Friend or foe. Make a program that filters a list of strings and returns a list with only your friend's name in it. If a name has exactly 4 letters in it, you can be sure it has to be a friend of yours. Otherwise, you can be sure He's not. Okay. Keep the original. All right, yeah. Let's do that one then. Right, so I think I can import math.lambda and do it that way. There is that lambda way of doing it. But I'm going to do a now I'm going to see if I can do a sort. If I can do a sorted, but by yeah, I can. Okay, so I can do a x sorted. Sorry, sorted x key equals length. There's no use though, is it, sorting by length? All I'm going to do is return an array of x for x. Oh, I can't do x. An array of a for a in x if length of a equals 4. Can I do that? Wow. Didn't really make a meal of that one. Could have made a meal of that one, but didn't make a meal of that one, which is nice for a change. And that's what everybody else has done as well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Create a function that takes two integers in form of a string as an input and outputs a sum also as a string. So 4 and 5, there's 9, 34. Right, so how many parameters? 2. So return the string of the integer a plus the integer. What's going on here? Plus the integer b. If oh, you know what? If he's sending me empty strings, where is it? Here. That's an empty string. Okay. Well, then all I'm going to do. Oh no! If it's an empty string. If a does not equal that and b does not equal that, else 0, or send me a 0. X should equal 9. What? X plus empty test with empty strings. And I've got empty plus empty. Why have I got empty plus empty? Oh. Well, that passed. Okay, that might have to be an OR, but it will then cause an error because it won't be able to do an integer conversion of an empty string. So that's a nice cutter then. What happens if I do that? No, it doesn't like that. Okay. So then, where it's an empty string, you know what I can do here, just to compensate for that? A and B equals 0, add A, and 0, add B. And by prefixing and not suffixing the 0, we never change the value, but we always force them to be, yeah, cheeky. Okay. So we always force them to be something that the int can convert on. No, that's quite a neat one. That OR is what I was trying to do. String int of A, so the empty or the 0. Right. Nobody's done a solution like mine though, have they? We might have done solutions that are better. You see, what I like about mine is it's mine. No, what I like about mine, oh no, few people have actually, is there's no like decision making, there's no branching, no nothing. It just will simply always do that, which is always easy to add a prefix with a 0 on a string. And it'll always return that. I bet the time it computes in is like nothing. Do you know what I mean? Versus, well, let's have a look at that then, actually. Let's find the one that was voted the best practice and see if that computes in less time than mine. So, all sorted by best practices. Okay. I think I'd already done that. Training again. Right, if I put mine in there and attempt everything, it's done it 105 tests in it's done 105 tests in 12 milliseconds. And if we put thingy bobs in there, which would be a different set of numbers maybe, but you know, we could average it out. No, I didn't mean to submit that solution. What happened? Okay, let's fork that, run that. About the same. Okay. Well, I think the sample tests are always the same. So what I could do is run it as a sample test. Now, what's going on here? Where's the where's my solutions here? Okay, that's all right. I haven't submitted his. That's good news. Right, so if we train again, and I put my solution in here, and just do it on the test data. 0.11 milliseconds. I don't think they're going to be best practice solution. Quicker. No fucking thing. Fucking thing. Hey. Right. Can't work out how to get out of here now. That's it now. I'm done. I've had enough. I think that's a good sign of stopping. Catch you later.